I'm Bruce Allan. I worked as project coordinator with Church and Primary School to plant a khaki tree at Nature and Art, Gloucester, UK. I first saw the khaki tree project at the Venice Biennale in 1999 and was immediately taken by the project, the way that it engaged with issues of peace in the world and the way it also involved children. Heather Ingram, the head teacher at Church and School, believed that art benefited learning. I contacted Heather, who loved the idea of the khaki tree project, and encouraged pupils to write to Japan to ask for a tree. In due course, Tatsuo Miyajima brought trees to England. The khaki tree was planted at Nature and Art, the world's first museum to be inspired by nature. Heather Ingram wrote, "Before applying for a tree, children at Church and School were told about Japan and aspects such as Nagasaki, not in too much detail, just an overview, and of how one persimmon tree close to the epicenter of the explosion survived the atom bomb. Pupils wished to be responsible for such a tree as a link with PHSE, personal, social, health education and citizenship, caring and promoting peace. We wrote letters explaining why we would like such a sapling, what it would mean, and how it would be cared for. The officials in Japan accepted our requests, writing back and commending the children on their letters. Seeing the khaki tree makes a direct connection back to Nagasaki. The khaki tree is a fantastic example of nature, the way that nature regenerates, and is inspirational in informing children and others of the uniqueness of our world and of our duty to respect each other and everything in it. Artists' workshops at the school encourage children to think of human beings' relationship to nature through the example of the khaki tree. Children worked with natural materials and were taught music while referencing the tree and Japan in various ways. Heather Ingram remembers the German singing teacher took us into the forest to make images, mud sculptures and songs. Children were out under the boughs of huge strong trees, and we discussed the struggle a sapling has to start life. I really think the tactile work linked to the written and spoken elements of this project helped embed the meaning with all children. The opportunities were fully inclusive and enabled a wealth of success in children who may not always succeed, opened up doors, if you like. In considering the bombing of Nagasaki, children wrote essays in which they took on the role of the pilot or victim. The daytime stopped. On August the 9th, 1945, we flew over Nagasaki with a cargo so deadly it could destroy a small country. We flew over the town and received orders to drop Fat Man, the atomic bomb. Myself and the other bomb dropper pulled the levers and Fat Man flew violently into Nagasaki. To this day, I regret dropping the bomb and I wish I could time travel back and not drop Fat Man. The devastation that bomb caused was horrific. Thousands of people were killed, homes destroyed and holy places blown up. In my view, America should never have dropped the bomb, although it did end the war. Lawrence Ingram, Pupil Church and Primary School. to remember the lessons of Nagasaki, enjoy the wonderful gift of the kaki tree, use it to spread peace in the world, and consider it in the context of climate change and pollution issues.